Well, it's finally cold enough outside that we made some Williams Sonoma hot chocolate. Vlogmas has officially begun on day 20. If you have never had Williams Sonoma hot chocolate, you are missing out. What's so special about it, you ask? It's made with shaved chocolate, none of that powdered junk. So good. So speaking of it being cold outside, we're supposed to get a freeze later this week. On Thursday, it's supposed to drop from 71 degrees, that's in Fahrenheit here in Houston, to 19 degrees. We are not prepared for this. As you guys saw 2 years ago, when the entire state of Texas froze over and our grid failed and we were all without power for several days. It was something like 4 days, if I remember correctly. We'd get intermittent power the last couple of days, but man, I wanted to warn you about that ahead of time, just in case we lose power. It's not supposed to be that cold for that long. I think it's 2 days that we have really deep freeze weather for us, but it is possible that we lose power, and if we lose power, we lose internet, which means I can't upload. I can still film. I'll have plenty of batteries charged, I'll have my little light charged, we'll have flashlights, all those things. I'd be able to edit on my computer until the battery runs out, but I won't be able to upload if we don't have power. So if you don't hear from me, you would hear from me because I would leave you a community post. Make sure you're subscribed so you see that. If you don't see a video from me, that's why. And that would really stink too, because Friday's video, the 23rd, is going to be the YouTuber's Secret Santa, which I'm very excited about. Well, we all are. And I would hate to miss out on that or be really late to it. But I might be. We shall see. Moving on. I feel like sometimes this year, particularly with the advent calendars, I feel like I'm doing Dale's Grinchmas. Have you been watching that? Dale's Addiction in Australia, instead of Vlogmas, she's doing Grinchmas. Because I've had a lot of complaints about the advent calendars, and that's not just this year, that's like every year. But let's turn that around today because I have a lot of wonderful things to show you. I need more hot chocolate. This stuff is killer. Oh, and speaking of, I wanted to show you what I got in Wimberley and open a package to show you that isn't from a luxury brand, but relates to one and relates to some things I've been talking about lately, prepping for the new year. So let me show you first what I got in Wimberley, because obviously this is one of them. We got these mugs from Blair House that are just beautiful ceramic mugs, glazed. I've been looking for more hot chocolate mugs, like this is specifically what I got them for. And I thought this would be great because with the mouth curving in and then being able to put the whipped cream on top, hopefully that'll hold the heat in better. Plus it's ceramic, it's nice and toasty. May not even last long enough to get cold. Usually doesn't. And at Blair House, they use toiletry products, shampoos, lotions, hand soaps, all that stuff from a place called Hummingbird Farms in the Texas Hill Country. I don't know anything about them other than I've seen their products at Blair House and everything seems to be lavender scented, so I'm guessing they're a lavender farm. I got this lavender hand soap. I usually get my hand soap from TJ Maxx and I pay just a few dollars for it, right? Like, I'm not going to pay more than maybe $6. This bottle was $30, but I got it because I'm not happy with the soap I have now. It cleans just fine, the texture's fine, but it's not well scented, and they had this in our room and it just smelled so good. Had to go home with it. And this is a bottle of lavender pillow mist. I had a bottle not from this brand, but another lavender pillow mist that actually I think I got in a Vlogmas subscription box a few years ago. And it lasted 2 or 3 years and I ran out, so I bought more. And I want to show you the jewelry I got at that Native American shop. You may have noticed some of it on me already. I'll talk about that in just a minute. Let me first show you what I went in there to buy, because there's a piece that I have looked at. Jill Maurer was in there with me and she saw it, and I think I'm sure Yota saw it too. I don't know if she'd remember it, but I know Jill would remember it because I was talking to her about it. I've been going into that shop for a year and a half, and every time I go in, I look at this and I try it on, and I want to take it home with me, but for one reason or another, I never do. This time I finally did. It's a ring. I am not sure what the stone is. It's not turquoise. They called it something else. That's how it looks on my hand. It's a large ring. That's what stopped me from getting it the very first time, because I type a lot, and I thought, well, this is going to get in the way of typing. But then every time I went back, I looked at it and tried it on, and I eventually got over that problem. It has beautiful silver working around the edges. Now, when I was there with Jill, the reason I didn't buy it is because of something she pointed out to me, which is that the setting is not symmetrical. If you look up here at that fan, and then you look down here at that fan, there's a gap right there where it's just not symmetrical, it's not even. And once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it, and I felt like every time I would look at it, I would just see that flaw instead of the beauty of the whole ring. So I left it there last time. This time when we decided to go to Wimberley, I was still thinking about it. That was one of my first thoughts. I want to go back and see that ring again. And I bought it. And my intention was to go in and buy the ring and look around and buy nothing else. But as soon as I walked in, I saw these. These are opal on silver, and they're hoop earrings. I'll put them on so you can see what they look like, get an idea of the size of them. They do have more of these, and they had some in a bigger size, and they also had the bright blue turquoise. So that's how they look with the sizing, and hopefully that gives you a little better idea of how they look. I hope that's focusing, I can't see. So I saw the earrings right away, had to have those, knew I wanted the ring already. Kept looking around, and then this happened. Saw this in the case and fell in love with it, and it's even bigger than the green ring, at least, yeah, no, it's bigger all the way around, I think. It may be a little bit shorter there, but it's definitely wider, it gets in the way of my fingers more, but doesn't bother me at all. And isn't it just beautiful? The purple stone is not a stone, it's spiny oyster, and it's set in sterling silver. And then check out the band on that and the detail on there. Isn't that just so nice? It's so pretty. And since I didn't have any purple jewelry in my collection, I had to get something to round out the look. So I picked up these earrings. By the way, the prices are really good in that shop. I've been to many a booth and storefront that sells gorgeous Native American jewelry, and this is one of the best priced places I've ever found. That's one of the reasons I could pick up so many pieces. So there's that and that one, and that's how they hang. They look great together, and I love them. Very happy with all my jewelry purchases. The jewelry shop in Wimberley is called Hill Country Collectibles. I will link their information below, whatever I can find, if you want to get in touch with them about something. I don't think they have a website, because I've looked before and I haven't found one, but I will at least give you their contact information. A couple of you have already reached out about asking for that. And a little tip for you, since this is a luxury on a budget channel, whatever they have the pieces marked, and this is also a tip from Jill Maurer that she gave me when we were there. Ask them what they can do on the price, because they went way down on a lot of the pieces. Like this ring, I think it was priced at $312, and I think they gave it to me for $245. It was a pretty big discount, and they did that for all the pieces that I got. Now I want to show you what I got in this box. This is from a company, I don't remember how I came across them. Maybe a Facebook ad? Maybe I was searching for this kind of item and it popped up on a Google search. But I know some of you will be interested in this. This is how it's packaged. The name of the company is Poi and Hun. There are a couple things in here. I have a small package and then a larger item in a dust bag. This is a small business. It's a husband and wife out of Seattle, and they have some beautiful products. I'm gonna show you what's in the dust bag first, and the prices were great on these. This is what I want to show you too. Can you tell what it is? Probably not yet. You know how Louis Vuitton makes desk agenda covers? And they're really expensive, like $700. This one was about $100. When I first decided to get a desk agenda from Louis Vuitton a few years ago, I looked and looked and looked for an alternative, and I could not find anything that was the same kind of setup, that didn't have rings, that was the A5 size, that had pockets on both sides to hold 2 notebooks. But I started searching again recently, and I found there are a few companies that make them now. And these guys really stood out to me because of the layout inside. One of the things I found with some of the other companies is the outside looks nice, but when you open it, it doesn't look so nice. This one looks nice. It also feels really nice. Now, one of the things about the Louis Vuitton desk agendas is they're really flexible all around. This one, the front and back cover do have something that's giving it structure, but it's not super stiff. It's still a little bit malleable, but I'm going to show you this a little closer. Maybe not that much closer. There's the front and the back. Let me open this up for you. I forget the name of this color, but they didn't have many available right now. And it's a mock croc. There's a little heart logo. It has a piece of plastic, which I'm going to take off. And I'm not sure you can see it, but it has a P and an H for Poi and Hun. And then inside, this is the layout. So it has those 2 big pockets where you can put 2 A5 notebooks. On this side, it has a slip pocket down here, 5 card slots. Over here, it has 3 more card slots and this fold-out pocket, and then a slip pocket on the bottom there. Another thing I like is that I think it would be great to have a Louis Vuitton desk agenda in damier azure, but they don't have one in a light color. They only have monogram, damier ben, and damier graphite. So this gives you a desk agenda in a light color. It seems very well made. It's glazed around the edges. The interior is not leather, it's a fabric, and then the exterior is I don't know if it's real leather, but I know it's mock croc, like I mentioned. I have not started putting things in it yet. I'm thinking I'm gonna put some of my Erin Condren notebooks in here, the soft-bound lay flat A5 ones that I think you haven't seen yet. I filmed it, but I haven't posted that yet. Anyway, I know there are a lot of you who don't care at all about this kind of thing, but there are a lot of you who do, and it's the end of the year, and that's when I talk the most about this stuff. And I wanted you to know about it in case you're interested, or if you're interested in getting a Louis Vuitton desk agenda, but you don't know for sure if you'll use it, so you don't want to drop that kind of money. This is a great way to try out that kind of system for only $100 instead of closer to $700. So I will have them linked below. And I got an envelope. The style of what they sell is very minimal. And when you see the things that I've purchased from Erin Condren, you're going to see that this is all in the same color palette. I got a bunch of sticky notes. The pink arch set, which are not pink, they're neutrals. These lavender page flags. I thought that would be handy because I always need tabs. These 2 sets of mini raindrops and these 2 sets of mini squares. And all of that was about $120. I didn't know what to expect with the quality. I'm very impressed with the quality. I'm really happy with it. So I haven't used the stickies yet, so I don't know whether they stick very well. Otherwise, I'm very happy with the quality. It's time for advent calendars, but I just want to sit here and drink this hot chocolate. Also want to say I'm so glad that you guys really enjoyed, loved, raved about the video of me and Paul at the wineries. It was a really fun day, and I'm glad that came across and you got some entertainment out of it. I'm so confused about what day it is. It's day 20. Because before we left for Wimberley, you may have noticed I pre-filmed the advent calendars. So that really messed up my timeline. Not that it was very on track anyway. Door 20. Tony's chocolates. What do we have here? Milk, milk, milk chocolate. My favorite. And the jewelry calendar. We're on day 8 of that one. Oh, let's see what we got. Fingers crossed it's good. Oh, it is. Yay. I've been waiting for this one. You guys remember these little earrings that I got on day 1 of the calendar? A crystal and gold-plated brass, I believe. Well, this is the matching necklace. Very pretty. I'm gonna put the necklace on so you can see it. You've already seen the earrings on. There it is. And there it is in close-up. That's pretty. I like that a lot. Very happy. And the clasp doesn't close on its own. I have to push it closed. Wow. I tell you what, I don't think I'll be buying anything from this company again. They have some really pretty designs, but the execution leaves a lot to be desired. A little peek at our Christmas scenery here. And we've got our carousel candle, and we're heading over to the doggy advent calendars. Thank you so much for the compliments toward my mom on how she did the calendars. She was worried she did a terrible job. Oh, hello Roxy. Worried she did a terrible job, but I thought she did great, especially since she was hand holding and she'd never done it before, and she had a puppy jumping all over her. Roxy, come on. There she goes. Pop it. Here you go, Roxy. Good girl. Where should this one go? In your mouth? Maybe in your brother's mouth. Box number 2, Baron and Roxy. And for Vincent, we have box number 20. Hello, Vincent. See you're on your swing again. I brought you a box. It's day number 20. Don't fall off your swing. She would never. There you go. You've seen her hang upside down. She gets on the swing and hangs upside down from the swing and goes back and forth really fast. Hello, Vincent. Uh-oh. You coming to see us? You coming out? Hello. Wow. There she is. Hello, silly bird. You're such a goofy thing. You're so goofy. Look at the beautiful red tail. Beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. Wow. Wow. All right, go chew in your box. See you later.